Hey there, Avra here with Cami. So, as I'm thinking about accessibility, I like to consider how we can set up the digital learning environment for students in a way that minimizes distractions and minimizes overwhelm. And with Cami, feature control is the best way to do that. Feature control allows teachers to design the learning environment so that they only have the tools that they need for that particular activity. So if your students just need a text box, you can just give them the text box tool. Or if you want them to respond verbally, they can do that as well. It's a wonderful way to keep students focused on the learning. Let's take a look. First, let's take a look at feature control as we're creating a collaborative activity for students. Let's use this share a photo of your favorite book activity as an example. Let's say that the teacher just wants to give students the option to be able to take a picture of their favorite book. And that's the only Cami tool that they really want students to have. What they can do is head up to the top right corner to the purple share button. They'll click here, and then they'll need to change the sharing settings to anyone with the link is an editor. This is how you begin to set up a collaborative activity. Then feature control is this button right next to the word editor. Let's click feature control to go in and take a look at all of the different tools in Cami. Each tool or feature in Cami has a checkbox next to it, and teachers can check or uncheck the boxes in order to select or deselect the tools. Be aware also that there is an all on and all off feature at the top. This can be a nice way to make sure that you don't inadvertently leave any tools on that you wish to turn off. As a teacher, I always choose all off, and then I go in and just select the tools that I want my students to use. This helps reduce overwhelm and distraction. So in this case, we want students to be able to take a picture with the camera. So by clicking Take Picture, that will be the only tool besides the Select tool. The Select tool is something I always give to students. This is the mouse or the pointer. This helps you move things around on the screen, so it's very important. That's all we need to do to set up this collaborative activity for right now. We'll take a look at these other options a little later in the video. I'm going to go down to the bottom of this box and choose OK. Now, I can take this link and share it with my students in the learning management system that I use. Let's take a look at what students will see when we share that link with them. I'm going to slide over to the student view. If you'll notice, right here is the Select tool that we've given them, as well as the Add Media tool. They can use the Add Media tool and the camera to take a picture of their book. Now they can drop it on the page. They can now resize the image. And depending on the student's age, as well as their comfort level with technology, they could even double click on the picture in order to use the cropping tools. Now, let's go back over to the teacher view. Let's say that the teacher has decided that he or she wants to get some more information from students about why they loved this book. So perhaps they want to go back up to the share button, go back to feature control, and now give them access to the text box tool or the voice comment and ask students to further explain why this was their favorite book. So we'll go ahead and hit OK and close out of that box. And then let's slide back over to the student view. Take a look. Instantaneously, without even needing to refresh or reload the page, students now have access to these additional tools. So they could go to the comment tool, use the voice comment, and then record a brief description of what made this their favorite book. This is how you can set up collaborative activities and at any time change the features or tools that students can access during the activity. As teachers are creating individual assignments in each of the learning management systems, feature control can be found in these environments as well. Teachers can simply check the box here in Google Classroom to head in to feature control. Besides the list of all of the different features in the toolbar, there's also a list of support features that teachers can turn on and off. By default, they are all on. But if you'll notice, functionality such as copy and paste can be turned on and off. So if teachers are concerned about students copying information from another tab or website and pasting it into their assignment in Kami, they can simply uncheck this box and copy and paste won't be possible. Additional support features such as spell check, the ability to add pages, voice typing, and closed captions in all media can be turned on and off as well. In the Canvas environment, teachers will also find feature control here. And in the Schoology environment, you'll also see feature control here. It's important to note that this also exists in Microsoft Teams. Another fabulous aspect of feature control is that just like in a collaborative activity, even if teachers have already distributed an activity out to their students and all of the students are currently working on an assignment, teachers still have the access to be able to change the feature control in the assignment. Let's take a look. I'm going to head here to this interactive notebook and click where it says Open with Kami. In this environment, we will see the class view. This will show every single assignment, and this is live. Students are working and teachers can check out what they're doing and monitor their progress, check for understanding, give feedback, and of course, change the feature control. Teachers can simply head to this icon here for the assignment settings. We can click and choose feature control. This opens the feature control again. And if, for example, students are inappropriately using the Google image search or the YouTube options, those can be turned off. With the click of a button, students now don't have access to those tools. They don't have to refresh or reload their page at all. One last note about feature control. If you notice at the very bottom of the page, there's an option that says Remember Options. So if as a teacher, you find yourself using the same 5 or 6 tools for most of your assignments, you can select those tools and then go down and make sure that that box Remember Options is checked. Then, by default, those will be the options that show up on the next assignment. You can always make changes to that, but that will just streamline your workflow a little bit as you decide which tools in Kami your students have access to. If you have any questions regarding feature control or anything in Kami, we hope you won't hesitate to reach out to us. Thanks so much for watching.